In 2019, there was a huge increase in gender-based violence cases. All the media coverage was about the GBV, gender-based violence.
What can be done to stop this epidemic?
I know what you're all going through.
In moments of turmoil, we look to our leaders to navigate us through difficult economic and trying times. But where are they when it comes to protecting our women and children?
Something has to happen. Our president has to do something.
So what will work? How do we heal South Africa?
I think we need a reshuffling of plan and moving forward and a proper strategic plan, working with activists on the ground, working with feminists on the ground, because we're the ones who are seeing it.
As South African women continue to seek justice in a system that has failed them time and time again, these ladies are picking up their capes to be their own heroes and heroes to many.
I'm Lorraine Khoza. I'm 23 years old, born and raised in Mpumalanga, South Africa. I'm the chairperson and founder of the Lorraine Khoza Foundation, which is a non-profit organization that assists victims and survivors of gender-based violence with psychosocial support, legal advice and assistance, and then when they have to be placed in shelters, we do that. So outside of that, our day-to-day job, we host gender-based violence intervention and prevention programs where we go to disadvantaged communities to raise awareness and then also try and find ways in which we can empower women so they're less dependent on their male counterparts. We've been fully operational since last year. We registered with the Department of Social Development, and then later on this year we were declared a public benefit organization. I myself am a survivor of sexual assault. When in just 2 months into varsity, I got sexually assaulted. I was beaten up to a pulp. I don't even know how I made it out, but I realized that there were so many things that were not done right from the justice system. Imagine from 2015 until 2020, I'm still attending court. I only received a message letting me know that, oh, we found him, we'll let you know when you have to go back to court. Until 2016, they called me, Lorraine, this guy has violated another lady. Do you still want to proceed with the case? What question is that? Do I still want to proceed with the case? When did I ever say I want to stop? They let him out to an extent that he had to violate another woman for them to actually take action.
First and foremost, let's fix the justice system. You know, there's no real prosecutions that take place.
I think it's about time that South Africa launches a gender-based violence unit.
Because of the injustices that were there, the justice system and the stigma around being raped, I needed to change that.
The investigation process is extremely flawed. So by the time the prosecution gets the docket, they are unable to prosecute, and most of the time these people are let out on bail, they go back and they re-offend.
So that's how I decided that there needs to be an organization for women and children.
The devastating effects of GBV extend beyond the woman to her family and her society. An in-depth approach has to be executed on an individual level, social and structural level that is responsive to cultural differences.
I do have psychologists that have, also volunteered their professional skills to ensure that victims or survivors who need critical intervention are attended to. And we also work closely with the Department of Social Development in Mpumalanga because we want to empower them. We believe that if women are independent, then they become, for lack of a better word, they become less prone to domestic violence because they have a voice.
I am tired of coming to a gathering where we have to mourn sisters because of men. I'm tired!
We are looking into, going into male-dominated industries and bring men to be a part of the conversation. I want the foundation to house women and children that are vulnerable someday. I need the foundation to have a one-stop center where people can come any day and report their cases and find the solution. I want to reach out to as many women and children as possible, and I'd love to, be in partnership with other women who are doing what I'm doing in other countries. I need us to be able to influence policies. There needs to be reforms, legal reforms. The constitution needs to, move from shifting the blame on the victim to making the perpetrators account.
When I was 11, I was molested by someone very close to my family, someone who I trusted, I admired.
Our kids are not safe, our women are not safe, because normally this person doesn't rape one person. You find that person have raped more than 5 people, and it's hard for the victim to live in the community, because you go to the shop, you meet the very same person who did that to you. How are you going to heal?
Like this kid, she's 12 years old. She was raped by her uncle. I spoke to her, and I didn't want to overwhelm her with that information that I too have been there. I don't need to make this about me, but I had to bring it in so that she knows that I've been there and I'm here. So I've been in contact with the mom to find out the progress, and I even spoke to her on the phone, because when we spoke I told her, you wake up in the morning, Nana, you bath, and if you want to go play, you go play with your brothers and sisters. If you want to go somewhere, you let mom know this is where I want to go, and don't beat yourself up for it. I tried to break it down as simple as I could, because I'm dealing with a child here. And the mom called me and she said she wants to talk to you, and I was happy to speak to her, and she told me, says Lorraine, I do bath in the morning like you said, and I do try and play, and I'm asking you, how are you feeling? Do you cry? She's like, no, I've been feeling so much. I cried. I couldn't keep it in, because I realized that I am actually doing something. And
in 2020, Lorraine was honored by President Ramaphosa on her work and efforts around gender-based violence and the upliftment of women.
When all of that happened, I was honored. I really was honored and more motivated to, continue and do what we do best. But most of all, I'm happy that a young girl somewhere who has went through what I went through will know that there's actually life after this. I just want to let people know that we should never normalize abuse. We should speak out on it, and we should call out everyone. If there's someone in your family that has been doing something like this, do not keep it within. You are a part of the problem. If people do want to collaborate with our organization, or they want to partner us, or they want to support the work that we do, they must feel free to reach out to us. They can reach out to us on social media, Lorraine Khoza Foundation, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That is how a lot of people reached out to us. Wherever you are in Africa, reach out to us. A woman being murdered in Nigeria is the same as a woman being murdered in SA. It is the same thing. So let's work together and unite towards a gender-based violence-free society.
As Lorraine takes on the law and works to address issues that contribute to GBV, we visited another hero, Mandisa Jiyane, founder of Pink Forum, an organization that works closely with younger women in primary and high schools.
My name is Mandisa Jiyane. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Kempton Park. I am the founder of the Pink Forum. It's a non-profit organization that creates safe spaces in high schools, primary schools. I started the Pink Forum in 2019, around March, but the concept was still in beginning stages. What led to the Pink Forum is that I used to host workshops at schools. So we used to call them self-love and self-care workshops for girls mainly. There was this one kid though, and she found out that she has AIDS at 17. No one told her until she got really sick. Her mom didn't tell her, her dad passed away. So after I heard that story, I was like, no ways. no ways, there must be so many more kids who are carrying these huge, intense issues. They have no one to talk to, so let's start the Pink Forum. We realized that like the social issues are too intense for me because I'm not a social worker. So how's about we go to schools and ask them to be based there? I got there, I sat into the teachers' meetings, social workers' meetings, and I was like, no, but I deserve to have one space where the kids know that Mandisa will be found here. And then the teacher was like, okay, no, let's get you a space. You know, we love what you do, let's get you a space. And then I saw the space and I was like, oh no, this is not pretty. So how's about we paint it pink? And then that's how the pink rooms came about. We also just recently partnered up with a cooperative of social workers. So it's literally like squad goals.
I came to know about the Pink Forum when they came to present in a school where I'm based as a volunteer social worker. And I had to sit down with them because they were coming in to create safe spaces for the learners. And that's when I got involved with the Pink Forum, in that they were selling their concept to us as a school, and we needed to know what are they going to offer the learners. And they did say they are there to create safe spaces for the girl child. When it started, it was focused on the girl child, but we have evolved to encompassing both the girl and the boy child.
Pink Forum, it really differs too much because of if kinal matata or I get to keshap kehon klamus kolong because of kehona miloring kehona tabla social worker kaloje Lorraine datsenya.
The reason why we have social workers now is because as soon as you say to a kid, please go to social development, you know, now they must rebuild trust. Now they must, you know, try speak to another stranger. So it's better if they see the social workers as a team, you know.
Social worker this year.
The cases that we have dealt with from last year and this year are just before the COVID-19. It was mainly girl children who were going through challenges, behavioral problems mostly, and most of them, they were showing signs of reckless sexual behavior. And we also had a number of cases whereby the family structure wasn't conducive for the optimal growth of the particular child.
We launched the Pink Forum, the Pink Room initiative on the 10th of October 2020 at Khatlamping Primary School. The launch was so beautiful. We had the First Lady, Dr. Ramaphosa.
And we never thought that within the first year of us starting the Pink Forum, we will actually host the First Lady, Dr. Ramaphosa. We never thought it was going to happen.
Her being here means everything to me, you know, because we share, just in the conversations that we were having when we were doing the walkabout, we share the same vision, we share the same love for kids, the same love for our country. So that meant a lot, especially for such a small NPO, you know.
It's been leaps and bounds, but yeah, we are making progress.
I'd love to say things are all roses and rainbows, but there are gatekeepers. There are gatekeepers. There are people who want townships, rural areas to stay the way that they are.
Our main challenge at current, just like any other NGO, is funding.
Because a lot of the work, the beautiful work that you see is of my own little money and donations as well.
Make use of these details to donate.
Obviously, the importance of safe spaces is that kids get help immediately, you know.
So neketla ba tswela pele ka mmereko ba dirang ba ska give up ba direle dikolo tse dingwe nto ba dirang le botsana. God bless them.